Hello there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am Nova. I am an indie author and freelance editor, and today we're going to talk about my writing plans for the month of November. If you are seeing this and you have also been watching my 75 hard challenge, I know I am in the middle of posting those videos. They are still coming. Are you kidding me? Are you going to come back with the leaf blower? Oh no, you got a mower now. I have been waiting to do this video because the neighbor has their lawn care person over next door, and he was using a leaf blower, and he was going along this side of the property, like the property line's 15 feet from me or something. He was using it for like 20 minutes out there, and I was just sitting here like, okay, I scheduled to do this and it's taking me longer than normal. It's fine. And now he doesn't have a leaf blower, he has the mower out. Well, anyways, while I'm waiting for him to be done, I have hot cocoa because it is a nice, cool fall day in October in Maine. And of course we had to have cocoa. It is very overcast today. I woke up early and I was like, there's no way it's this time. It's just very dark out today. So I almost didn't do this video just because I was like, I don't know if I'll have lighting, but I have enough. We've got our Harley mug. This is actually not a photo of Harley. My ex's parents actually found this mug in a store and they went, hey, that looks like Harley. And so they got it for me. The school bus just went by, which made me think of how it's been 11 years since I graduated high school. And how weird memories seem the longer you get away from making them. Like, it feels like I was in a movie or something, and that didn't really happen, but like I know what happened, and now I'm just like, back to the video. He moved far enough away with the mower. He moved far enough away with the mower that I feel like we can do this. We don't even want to talk about how long he just went over the same pile of leaves, because I almost took a nap, like, legitimately. I'm not even kidding. I was sitting here just like, oh my god, dude. Don't know why he went over it so many times, but there's definitely no leaves left. Back to the video. Oh my gosh. Anyway, welcome to this super long intro by Nova. It's fine. We're talking today about, obviously, what we are going to do for November for writing challenge. I was a participant of NaNo for, I think, like 15 years. I knew I started in school, and obviously it's been 11 years since I graduated high school, almost 12 now, and I did it for all of those. I think I might have found it in middle school. I cannot remember. Middle school is when we first got computers, and I found out about the internet. I mean, I kind of knew about the internet, but like, I was my first access to the internet, and I went a little wild finding things. And I found NaNo. I remember I found NaNo, and I was like, ooh, a writing challenge. I like writing. And I kind of participated in it. And so that was my November. For every year up until last year, I participated in it. I didn't win every year, but I participated. So obviously things kind of unraveled and went haywire with NaNo, with the whole youth stuff and the AI things. And last year I was going to do a different challenge, but I was also doing the curriculum stuff. And so in doing so, I was really busy. I think I only wrote like 3 to 5K words. And I was kind of trying to do like 4 different challenges at a time because I liked the fact that NaNo gave us such a community and we all got to do the same community challenge. And I loved the fact that people were trying to make their own, to be able to have something that kind of fit that community, bring everyone together vibe. But we had so many different challenges, and I'm, halfway through November and I'm hearing about even more. Is like, oh my gosh, what do we do? Which one is everyone doing out here? So it kind of got a little overwhelming with everything else that I was already doing. So I didn't do one last year. But I did decide that I wanted to do it this year because it felt like a sacrilege to not do something last year, even though I was really too busy and kind of confused on what to do, and just hearing about all kinds of different stuff. I was like, which way do I go? So this year, I have decided I am going to do the Rough Draft Challenge by Sarah Cannon. I heard about this one last year, and I was kind of interested. This was one of the ones I was looking into doing, and just didn't end up doing. So this year, I am going to be doing that one. I'm not going to be setting a goal for myself. There are tiered goals in this challenge already that you can kind of pick how many words you want to do. There's Emerald, which is 10K words. Sapphire is 25K. Ruby is 50K. Citrine is 75K, and Amethyst is 100K. Plus, there's also a diamond tier where you can kind of create your own challenge. So if you don't want to do writing, you can do other things as well, which I think is amazing because it brings in like other creative communities as well, which is so cool. So that's the challenge I'm going to be doing. I did hear about NaNo 2.0, but NaNo 2.0 seems to be more of a website for resources for writers, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I haven't dug a whole lot into them to know like what is going on. They do have a little statement about why NaNo had closed, and from what I have heard from other people, that these are ones that were disagreeing with how things were going in the original NaNo, and or were just not there at the time. They had been part of it at one point in time and were not there at the time and didn't agree with it. Obviously, I don't know all the details. Most of all the information I've gotten was from Kate Kavanaugh's stream, where it got introduced. I heard people talking about it, and she was very interested in looking into it, and some of the people were discussing things, and it all seemed pretty positive. And so for me going and looking into it, and then also watching Kate Kavanaugh's video that she briefly talked about it, I think that it's pretty safe, pretty good. There's no forums, no accounts, no anything to keep people safe. It's just a lot of resources, and it leads you to other things, other tracking sites, other challenges, other things, and I think that's really cool and a great resource to have. So if you guys want to check out NaNo 2.0, I will link that down below, as well as Sarah Cannon's Rough Draft Challenge video. So for tracking, I think I'm going to use TrackBear. I will put a link down below if I get that set up. I haven't really looked into it yet, but I've heard a lot of people be talking about it. And I think I saw Kate Kavanaugh post something about an account and becoming friends or something. Like, hey guys, add me or something like that. It might have been somebody else, but I feel like it was Kate. But also, she's been in here a lot. So maybe it's just me thinking Kate because I've mentioned her so many times. I remember seeing something about it. I remember people talking about it in a couple different writer streams that I've popped into in the past couple weeks. So I think I'm going to check out TrackBear and potentially use that. If I do make an account, we can have friends. I will link it down below. So please feel free to add me if you get that. So for projects, what I will be working on in this Rough Draft Challenge, for one, I'm not selecting a tier. I'm going to kind of just be like, oh, I hit Ruby tier or something. I hit Citrine, etc. as I go through, because I kind of want to lessen the expectations of myself, but still set goals. And I think for me, for this November, I have to write a minimum of 1K a day. I can write as much as I want, but I have to write 1K. And on top of that, I have to stream at least 2 times a week a writing stream. I can still do my gaming streams, but I have to do writing streams as well. And I think I will potentially pop those up in, like, on the VODs on this channel, depending on how they go. I did have one recently that I put music in the background that apparently was not copyright free, even though it said it was. And so, like, 30 minutes of my VOD is muted, so I don't want to deal with the copyright of that. I'll try and find some copyright-free stuff to put in the background, and then I'll share the full, if those are okay, I'll share the VODs here on YouTube. That way you guys can kind of, if you miss my stream, use it to potentially as like a timer or something and kind of vibe out. But I want to do the 2 streams, and I want to do the 1,000 words per day. I feel like that's a good kind of low challenge because I have just come off the 75 hard, and I'm still trying to finish the editing for that and whatnot. So to be able to still have a challenge, but have like a little bit of a break of a challenge, I think will really help me and my motivation. I have not written anything since the 75 hard ended because I was kind of getting burnt out with everything else that was going on, as well as completing the challenge and whatnot. So that I kind of like stepped back from writing for, it's been like a month or so, I think now. So that's been helping me too, because I've actually been the last like couple weeks starting to gain more momentum, more motivation, more ideas, and I was losing all of those towards the end. I was kind of like, I don't want to think about my stories right now. So what I'm going to be working on is stuff for my romance pen name. I'm going to be trying to put more of those out. I'm hoping to get my first Mafia Dark Romance out this year in December. I did talk about it in 175 hard video. I don't remember if that one's been out yet or not. That even though I have a lot of problems with Amazon and KU, I think I am going to post my romance pen name to KU. As much as I don't like it, but the reason behind it is because I am going to be losing my main job next year, and trying to find another one that is about the same amount of hours and still allows me creative freedoms and stuff and flexibility has been very hard. So I thought maybe, even just getting a little bit from this might help. I need to market my own books better. I'm really bad at that. For me not marketing, I actually do pretty well on selling my books, which is weird. But it's obviously not a lot. I think because my pen name I want to keep separate right now due to safety concerns. I know that's mostly more anxiety than actual safety concerns, but I'm not at a place I'm ready to share it. I have 2 followers on the Instagram and like 20 on It's Blue Sky, and because of that, I feel like I need to utilize KU to potentially get myself out there to help me mentally be able to set myself up in a good place as I'm potentially losing my job next year and whatnot. And it's not a guarantee that I'll make anything off of it, but even an extra like few bucks here and there is huge. So I'm taking the moral hit and putting those up there. So yeah, I'm hoping to have the first one of the Dark Romance series up in December before the year ends, but we shall see. I basically just have to edit and slightly rewrite, and then that one will be pretty much ready to go. Gotta go through with a fine-tooth comb and make sure I get all like the grammar and spelling errors, but that one's pretty ready, pretty close to done. There's a few little things I have to tweak, but reading through it, it's like this is pretty good. So for this writing challenge, the rough draft challenge, I am either going to be working on the second book in that Dark Mafia Romance series. There's going to be a total of 5. I'm going to be working on either the second one in that series to kind of keep pushing them, rolling them out. I have pretty much ideas for all of them, all of the books in the series. I got some ideas jotted down. I've been writing out like kind of basic outlines of what I need to happen in each and rolling with those. If it's not that one that I'm working on, it will be the finishing up the first in a small town romance series and potentially working on the second. The first, I'm a little like, it doesn't really fit, but it does, because the first half takes place in small town and then the second half takes place in a different location because they move partway through. The male main character is not from this small town. She is. He comes on like a long vacation, meets her, they like connect, and so then she moves with him to see if they're gonna continue to be able to make it work because he has to go back to work. And so it's only partially in the small town, but I kind of wanted to make it into the first of like the potential series because there are characters in that first section that are the mains in like the next books. They're all, I say series, but they're all standalones. It's a standalone series. You can pick up any out of them and read them, and they'll make sense. Like the second one focuses on the same family. The female main character is from the same family as the first one. So there's that strong connection, and that is why I think I'm going to make it as like the first of this small town romance series, even though they're only there for part of the time. I have it about half finished right now. I'm about at the part they're moving, so I think I'm going to go with that and continue it. But I also have a lot of strong ideas for the second one, so I might kind of just like skip ahead. So those are my ideas for working on for this November challenge. I am currently going back and still working on figuring out edits for the books under my name of Wolf Creek and Shadow Warrior and kind of making those work. Wolf Creek, once again, took a like, but is this going to be Western-y enough for people? And I kind of have to battle with, do I want to change it again or what? I don't know. I have ideas for potentially another idea for that world, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with it. So I have to kind of start picking things again, poking the bear a little bit, see if we get some things going. And then Shadow Warrior is still just going through and adding the new point of view and like passing out the information that I needed from the point of view character I removed to other characters to make things make sense. So that is going to be, those I'm also kind of working on, but they're not the focus of this month's challenge. Do not come here and use your mower. We've only mowed this yard 100 times. So anyway, I think that's our cue to wrap this up because he's now going to be mowing this strip. I apologize for the mower noise because I'm just doing this because I waited way too long the rest of the day, and I sat down to start this at 1:30. It's 2:30. That's how long I've been like sitting here in between him doing yard work. So anyhow, that is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a version of the Rough Draft Challenge. I will be doing a vlog for November, but I think it's going to potentially either be weekly or just one big one at the end because I still have to do the 75 hard challenge edits, and that is probably going to bring us into November with those. So I figure, why not? We'll just keep going at that point. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you are doing a writing challenge in November, please let me know what you are doing in the comments below. I would love to hear what your challenge is going to be this year. And I will see you guys all again real soon in the next video. Bye, everybody!